morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Brazos Valley. My name is Kiya. My pronouns are she, they, and we are so glad that you are here with us this morning. I am not very awake, but I will try to make my mouth move the way it's supposed to. We're going to start out by singing Spirit of Life, which is number 123 in the gray hymnal. It's one of the Inagata Vidas of Unitarian Universalism.
Good morning. I think it is on, yes. I have to be totally sure before I commit myself. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Brazos Valley. If you prefer acronyms, we declare ourselves to be UUCBV or Brazos UU for short. I'm Carolyn Clark, and it's my privilege to be your worship assistant today. We are a welcoming congregation, which means we celebrate and welcome all people of diverse sexual orientations and gender identities. We also strive to welcome people across diversities of race, age, ability, immigration status, and belief. We are also a congregation working for reproductive justice. So whoever you are, wherever you have come from, and wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here.
Our call to worship this morning comes from Pam L. Houston, and she says, "A shooting star fell outside my window last night, and my stomach clenched because I realized my relationship to hope, to wishes, had changed utterly this week. And then I realized that all wishes now needed to be replaced with something closer to determination. We must make communities now of micro communities of love inside this larger country of cruelty. Small communities that prioritize difference and expression and safety and joy. In other words, we have to do what we have always done, just more determinedly. Pam L. Johnson.
It's time to light our chalice, so if you would join me in saying the chalice words on the screen. We light the chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith, as a beacon of hope for all who seek justice, dignity, and compassion, and in celebration of the life of truth and meaning we share together. Now please join me in saying our affirmation. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its gift. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
As Unitarian Universalists, we believe there is a spark of the divine in every being, especially you all. And we're very happy to say that this is your opportunity to say howdy to all the other divine sparks in the room, especially the ones you don't know yet, and hopefully you have your name tags on. So I'll let you know when it's over. Go for it.
Field. seeds. They built up their stores so they'd all be well fed through the frosting of winter that glittered ahead. But Cyril, he lived in the now and the here. He'd adventured and partied his way through the year. So, his cupboard was empty, his hollow was bare. He hadn't a mouthful of food anywhere. But wait, what was that? Over there, take a look. A lone, single lone pine cone wedged in a nook. He squealed with delight, and for very good reason, for inside were the very last nuts of the season. But Cyril wasn't alone. There were more hungry eyes. Yes, plan ahead Bruce had his sights on the prize. Though he gathered fresh treasures of every sort, Bruce was convinced he was one pine cone short. I simply must have it, he wistfully cried, as he dreamt of the fresh, juicy pine nuts inside. So, as Cyril set off on his way to the ground, Bruce, he was also last pine cone bound. They sprinted and scurried with no time to gamble. They scratched at the bark in their scampering, scramble. But their panic and haste shook the tips of the spruce, and the pine cone, it trembled, and then it came loose. Both squirrels gave chase at a lightning pace. This was the start of a wild, nutty race. It's mine, shouted Cyril. No, mine, hollered Bruce. You don't stand a chance. Get up, it's no use. I'm hungry, cried Cyril. The cone is not yours. Stay back, shouted Bruce. This cone's for my stores. It boinged over bushes and flew through the air. It beamed on the nose of a slumbering bear. It bounced over boulders, then came to a stop, then teetered and wobbled and quivered and plop. Both squirrels followed. Oh, the water was fast, but they learned that they needed each other at last. But each was intent on how he could win, so they didn't quite notice a bird swooping in. Cyril and Bruce, they watched in dismay as their cone disappeared, up and away. Come back, shouted Cyril. There are nuts, exclaimed Bruce. But all hope was gone. It was simply no use. And meanwhile, they drifted right up to the ledge. Greed, it was driving them over the edge. Oh, I have to turn it on, sorry. Cyril and Bruce, they had taken a fall. They were paying the price for wanting it all. They'd squandered their chances to team up and share. Would their nutty young hopes simply end in despair? Bruised and bedraggled, they swept past dry land. Cyril grabbed at a branch with a trembling hand. Catching Bruce with the other, he heaved and he huffed, and he pulled him to safety with panting and puffs. They dragged themselves up with sputtering rails. Then Bruce looked at Cyril and exploded in giggles. How silly we are, he managed to mutter. How greedy I've been, he proclaimed with a splutter. We shall change from today. May the squabbling cease. We should celebrate, seeing that we're all in one piece. From that day and forward, they made a great pair. They would gather together and found that they could share. Yes, Cyril and Bruce, they knew in the end that the best thing to share is a laugh with your friend. I know. Aww, collective, aww. All right, if you're a younger you who would like to come to religious education, please meet me in the back, and wish you all please sing us out with this little light of mine.
This little light. time in our service when we meditate and light candles for our joys and concerns so that we can share them in our community. The music today is provided by me, but I'm hoping you will help me to sing number 1002 in the teal hymnal, Comfort Me. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Sing with me. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me, speak for me, oh my soul. There you go. Speak for me, speak for me, speak for me, oh my soul. Dance with me, dance with me, dance with me, oh my soul. Dance with me, dance with me, dance with me, oh my soul. Comfort me. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. One more time. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, oh my soul. How are y'all doing? Pretty good? Hanging in there? Excellent. I thought this might be a good subject to talk about today, repairing conflicts. Lord, we are living through interesting times. Most of us are navigating various stages of grief over the changing world we are entering. If you are feeling joyous about the future, try and hold some sympathy for those of us who are terrified. And some of us are directly threatened by the changing world and are trying to deal with our different responses, from anger to outright despair. So today, we're going to get practical. My advice is to take what is useful and leave the rest. So you don't need to come up to me after the service and say, well, most of that just did not speak to me at all. I'm sorry, it's not for you. Okay. Does that really help when you do that? I don't know. Some of this advice will not be aimed at you. Getting along with people who disagree with us is a valuable skill. Can I get a witness? Amen. Okay. Especially in polarizing times. Here are some practical tips to foster understanding and collaboration. So how to get along with folks who disagree with. In our church here, at work, with our families as we approach the holidays, let's start with some basics. Wherever you are in your process, let's accept it is our present state of mind without judgment. So wherever you're at, that's where you're at. Don't beat yourself up. You do not have to choose to work out your differences. If you're not up to it, just watch Lemony Snicket on TV or something. Okay. Do it only when you're ready. And you're the only one who knows when you're ready. Adopt a mindset of curiosity, if you can. Ask questions. Ask open-ended questions like, can you share more about why you feel that way? Encourage honest statements from yourself and from the people that you're talking to. Suspend judgment as much as you can, or at least make it very quiet so that you're really listening. Approach the conversation with a willingness to learn rather than to convince. Let's just go for not slamming away from the table or resigning our membership. Small steps. Focus on any common values. We love our country, our family, our town, our state. You get the drift. Communicate respectfully. Avoid personal attacks. So we're going to criticize ideas, not the person. That is really hard to do. Because we all know that pinheads, right? Okay. Find areas for collaboration. So, one of the great things about being in a congregation is that we do a lot of events and activities that help other people in the community, and that it might be a great place to have common ground. You know what I'm saying? So work together on non-controversial issues like taking care of our kids or cleaning the kitchen, except unless you're OCD and then you have to do it your way and nobody else's way. Feeding the food insecure, that's sort of mutual focus. Get my drift? Okay. Stay calm and composed. If the conversation becomes heated, take a step back, take a big breath, count to 10, like your mother told you. It's okay to say, let's pause a minute and come back to this later. Respect boundaries. Know when to disengage. Some disagreements may not be resolvable, and that's okay. Focus on maintaining the relationship rather than winning the debate. That is so important in staying in the church. We're going to have a new member class. There's about 6 or 7 people joining the church today, and I always tell them, and I know you all remember me telling you, it's like, people here, you're not going to agree with everybody all the time. Be resilient. Come in with your protection. Be smart about it. Open up when you feel safe. Don't open up when you don't feel safe. Be careful and don't quit. I mean, I could do a whole sermon on all that you use to quit over time. It would be very, very long. One of the challenges that we have because we're a diverse community of many different beliefs is that, guess what? We don't agree on everything. We just don't. So how can we make that a challenge and not something that gets in your way? Think about it. So what if we are in conflict? How do we repair it and stay in some kind of connection? Very carefully, I have some large letters. Very carefully and very deliberately. If it doesn't work, try to leave the door unlocked for later. Try not to burn all the bridges. You know, sometimes you just had a bad week, or your kids have you up all night, or the baby, had colic, or it could be a number of things, or you just might be in pain that day, and you might be a little shorter than usual. And if you don't burn the bridge, then the next time you see them, then it's better to work it out. This is especially true in as diverse a community as our congregation. Seeing the other side, emphasizing the UU principle of inherent worth and dignity of every person, try to hold on to that divine spark that's in there, even when you can't see it. Seek to understand and value the person, even when you disagree. Forgiveness is really good for you. They don't teach you that, but forgiving people is better for you than even forgiving them. It's nice for them, but it's better for you. So, holding on to anger or resentment can be harmful. Forgiveness is a way to release the emotional burden without excusing harmful behavior. I'm not saying just let it guard down. Self-compassion. Recognize that sometimes conflict arises from our own limitations or mistakes or lack of sleep. Being kind to ourselves enables us to approach others with humility and patience. And we advocate for justice. So conflicts often arise in contexts where one group's rights or needs are overlooked. In these cases, UU values call us to act in ways that support justice and equity. Those of you who are feeling like you just want to withdraw for 4 years and just not deal with people for 4 years, and you have the privilege of being able to do that, not everybody can. Not everybody can. They might actually knock on your door and put us in camps. So, you see what I'm saying? So try to be mindful of that other people's circumstances may be different than your own. And when they come for one of us, they're coming for all of us. I just watched a really great movie. It was a documentary about these Dutch musicians and gay people that got all these people out by forging documents. So they were really good artists, and they were able to forge the documents. It's called Wilhelm and Freedom, right? Is that right, Mike? Yeah, anyway, it's fabulous. Watch it. It's great. Okay. So we're building a culture of peace. Encourage congregants to embrace conflict resolution as a community value. This often requires us to develop a non-triangulation culture. You know what triangulation is? Okay, don't raise your hands, but how many of you, when you're mad at somebody, like you get mad at the minister, you tell your friends they talk out or you don't tell the minister? Just saying. That's triangulation. So if I don't know that you're mad, I can't do anything about whatever you're mad about. Talk to the person you're mad at. I'm just using me as an example. I'm not the only person that has this problem. Okay, so we need to approach and try to resolve conflicts without engaging all the people around us. So one of the ways that we have a healthy church is that, you know, if somebody puts the dishes in the dish thing incorrectly to you, say something to them, and when you're not mad about it, in a nice way, and say, wow, I noticed that you do it this way, why do you do it this way? Or ask questions, or have a discussion where you put it in their mind that there might be an issue, right? Then you can resolve it without getting the 10 people standing around you or sitting at your table involved in what I would call a little war. We don't want little wars. In this culture right now, in the world we're in right now, everybody's so reactive because there's a whole lot of things we can't do anything about out there in the world. And so it's real easy to get in a fight about the kitchen. Just saying. Get me? Yes, I will meet you. Okay, excellent. So, I have a little prayer for us this morning. So if you would bend your head, and you don't have to pray, you can just like breathe while I'm doing this. Spirit of love and understanding, guide us in times of conflict. Help us to be gentle with ourselves and others. Open our hearts to see one another's humanity, to listen deeply, and to speak truthfully but kindly. May we build bridges where there is division and find peace within ourselves as we strive to bring it to our world. Amen. Ashe. Blessed be. So we're going to listen, understand, and not just to respond. So you're not just sitting there thinking about what you're going to say. You're fully on the other person without planning your rebuttal. Frame your feelings and needs with I statements, like, I feel this way, I'm in this place, I think we ought to do it this way, that kind of thing, instead of, I feel frustrated when you do this. That you do this thing is a little self-righteous thing. If you feel like your family's going to get involved, or you always, everybody who's in a relationship of any kind, who's ever broken up with anyone, you have said those words, I'm sure. I know I have. You always do it this way, and you really should do it this way. Lord. If emotions run high, take a moment to breathe and calm down. Very hard to do. Do you know ministers preach to themselves? Okay. It's okay to ask for a break if needed. I need 5 minutes. I need 10 minutes. We need to talk about this tomorrow after I've had nicely. Whatever. It needs to be like that. Okay. Identify your common goals. What do both of you want as an end result? Do you want to maintain your relationship? Do you want to stay in the church and save the planet together? You're going to have to work it out. Separate the person from the problem. Avoid blaming or attacking the other person's character. Everybody here is fabulous, I just would like to say. Amen. But before asserting your perspective, make a genuine effort to understand the other person's perspective. This is the hardest one. This is like nonviolent communication 501. It's a graduate class, but that's what you want to aim toward. We're not looking for perfection here. Stay solution-oriented rather than rehashing the past. If you want to say, yes, and last year when I was mad at you, we talked about no. That is not the way to do it. Okay. Accept responsibility when it's appropriate. I'm not saying that, immediately go to, I'm sorry that every woman in America has been taught since birth. I'm sorry, it's my fault. No, it's not. It might not be. Don't say it if it ain't true. It's not helping them get better at this stuff. Knowing when to let go. Not every conflict will have a perfect resolution. If you've done your best and reached an impasse, it might be best to disagree, to agree to disagree. If someone continues to act in ways that are harmful to you, it's okay to set boundaries. Healthy boundaries can protect both parties from unnecessary escalation and maintain respect. And holding on to anger and grudges can keep you stuck in conflict forever. Forgiving someone can release you from negative feelings whether or not you fully reconcile. Believe me, there are people in the church who have spoken for years and they both stay in the church. It's okay. Don't make it a big deal. Be gentle and kind to yourself and others, expecting perfection. Duh. Focus on progress, not perfection. We're getting a little better. We're doing better. So, how do we get out of violent confrontations, which we may get in sometimes? Take care of yourself first. Safety first. You do not have to be a good person and engage with them and try to be logical. If you feel that danger feeling inside you, get away from them and let the professionals handle it, okay? We're not gonna get in violent situations. We're gonna back out of those situations. Avoid them. We'll solve them later. Avoid rapid and aggressive movements and avoid eye contact when somebody's in seeing red. You know what I mean about seeing red? When somebody's seeing red, they can't hear you. So don't try and talk to them. Okay? Choose your words carefully. Offer a way out. Let's go outside and work this out. While somebody else in the building calls the police or whatever. Prioritize your safety. Safety first. Maintaining relationships when disagreements arise requires a combination of empathy, communication skills, and emotional intelligence, which we have tons of here. Be patient, and we can all practice keeping this small island of love and support together. Thank you. And now we're going to sing. We're going to sing. Where did it go? That's what I get for putting my start on top of the. There we go. Well, yeah, which is number 1020 in the teal hymnal.
Now let an offering be taken to sustain and strengthen this place, which is sacred to so many of us. A community of memory and of hope, for we are now the keepers of the dream. This church shares the proceeds of the offering plate donation every week to help support nonprofit organizations with whom we work. The four groups we voted to support with this year's donations are Brazos Valley Blessings, Brazos Interfaith Immigration Network, the Trans Joy Project, and Tiny Hope Village. We vote on this every May at our congregational meeting. Please be as generous as you can.
You all know this one too. It's in the teal hymnal, Blue Boat Home. Is the number on it? 1064, if y'all want to sing along. This is the community is doing music today. I would also like to tell you that if you are a trained worship associate, there's a sign-up sheet out there. And also, I would really like to come out with the music if you all want to sing or play for the candle lighting or anything, just let me know and we'll get you in there. Throw me out in the ocean, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean. Still my dry and heart can say,
We give thanks for these gifts that we've been given, for those we receive, and for each other. May your generosity return to you tenfold. Okay. These are announcements in the process.
Yes, got lots been going on. How many people were here for the book banning and dance party on Friday night? Anybody? It was righteous, y'all. It was fabulous. And the great thing, Daniel Handler, who's let me say it, if you haven't read his books, they're fabulous. He's paying for these book parties all across the country, and we gave away hundreds of banned books yesterday. It was fabulous. It was so fabulous. I'm sorry you missed it. Maybe they'll do it again. And we want to thank our partners that put it on. But it was quite the party. Anyway, Wednesday, we are hosting for the first time Trans Day of Remembrance here with Friends UCC Church. And so people will be here at 6:30 and the Pride Center is sponsoring it. And there are people reading from our congregation, and our own Love and Joy Choir is singing. So if you're in the choir and you don't sing, you know the song Come. Wear your shirt. Okay. That's happening on Wednesday night. We love to have a good turnout because our friends are coming. 6:30. Yeah. And Love and Joy rehearsals are on Thursdays right now because too much is happening on Wednesdays. Okay.
Okay. We're looking for a tech-savvy volunteer, maybe even a couple of tech-savvy volunteers to run the church's social media. Please reach out to Reverend Kiya or Allison if you are interested. Once again, we're going to do Christmas karaoke. It will be December 15th. If you got a favorite song you want to perform, talk to Reverend Kiya. Santa will be here for selfies, and you can wear your pajamas to church. There might even be a prize for the fanciest pajamas. Who knows?
Did you all get that about the pajamas? Because I just ordered mine. I got ones with feet. I'm serious about this, so be thinking of what you want to wear.
Another contest. Okay, now please join in extinguishing May. Oh, thank you. Today we have the Christmas Bazaar from Guatemala, I believe. Those of you who've been members for a while know this is a tradition in the church that we host this around Christmas time. Kathy? Thank you. UUCBV has its monthly luncheon today after coffee hour in the Fred, which is now
Functioning room with excellent design.
And have I forgotten anything else?
Yes. New member class. Those of y'all who want to join the church and you're just curious about how it works or what's up, you don't have to join today. But if you would like to come to the new member class, we have lunch for all the people who are coming, and it's in the chapel right after church.
And Sarah, was there something you wanted added?
On Tuesday? Yeah. Yeah, we're now having fiber arts on Tuesdays, every Tuesday. At 6. At Sarah is your person. Wait, Sarah. Talk to Sarah if you want more information about that. But it's so popular that we're going to do it every week now.
And there's no limit on what fiber arts means. It can be your mending as well as your exquisite knitting or crocheting or
sewing, cross stitch, bracelet making, crafting.
everything beautiful. Okay, no, you're welcome. Okay, are we ready to extinguish the chalice? So please say those words with me. We extinguish the flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we gather together again.
Please sing with me if you choose to. Remember the way of the wind and breathe and blow. Remember the way of fire and sparkle